I wanted to start with the big news, both on the legal front and politically, yesterday, which is this unanimous appeals court ruling that Donald Trump, the former president, does not have immunity from prosecution for his efforts to overturn the 2020 election. I wonder what you think sort of the political implications in this race are, not just of this ruling, but of this entire legal cloud that hangs over Donald Trump and seems like it will continue to, at least for the rest of this year and perhaps beyond.
Yeah, it sure does, Sean. I think that we're in a campaign in which half the campaign is going to be done through legal circles and courtrooms and court rulings, and unlike anything we've ever gone through. And I think for that reason we are, to use the cliche, we are in uncharted waters on this. The ruling yesterday, I don't think surprised many people. I think most legal scholars thought that the appeals court panel would come down there. But one of the interesting things is the interpretation of it, is the degree to which it seemed like a pretty airtight ruling, which does not leave much hope for former President Trump on appeal. Obviously, he does have the ability to appeal, and he will. I think there are a couple of implications of this. One is the question of, um, assuming it ends up at the Supreme Court, does the Supreme Court take it and deliver its own ruling, or simply accept what the appellate court has done? Um, that, of course, will affect the timetable, and it also might affect the narrowness or the broadness of the ruling that ultimately comes down. But this also has an important impact on the timing of the cases that Donald Trump is facing. We know that the one trial, the Jack Smith trial having to do with the 2020 election, was scheduled originally to begin in early March, and that's been delayed by the judge, pending all of what's going on with the issues having to do with presidential immunity and question of whether he is allowed on the ballot. So the longer that court case is pushed back, the more it bumps up into the potential for something in the middle of the conventions or closer to the election, all of which raises a lot of questions about what voters will know or not know in terms of what a jury might think of the charges against the president. So this is something that we're watching roll over a long period of time. We know in the short term that the indictments helped Donald Trump within the Republican Party. It put him in a commanding position to become the nominee, which he's on the track to do. Um, but what we don't know is what the implications might be if he is actually convicted in one of these cases, and how that might affect the broader general election electorate.